Hey babes, Lady Monique back again with another video, and if you don't know, now you know. Welcome to my channel. And I want to apologize real quick guys for last week. I had recorded a whole video, but after it was just so hard for me to edit the video because it kind of hit a little too close to home. So it's like I really didn't want to post the video because one, it was a little too personal, and you know we working our way there. Trust me, I'm gonna post it one of these days. But yeah, it was a little too personal, and I just felt like the situation was kind of fresh for me to be blurting out my business. So with that being said, I apologize for last week, but we back at it again, you know, back like I never left. And also, just because I know you guys are gonna ask about this lip combo, because it's fall and I know the girls are looking for something to match the vibes. So I achieved this look actually by using this blush right here, y'all. Yes, it is an orange blush. It's a liquid blush by NYX. Ooh, almost dropped it. But yeah, it's a liquid blush by NYX and I love it so much. It's on my cheeks right now. It's really subtle, so you really don't see it on my face, but orange blush plus brown skin, like if you know, you know. And then I just have this typical lip liner by NYX. It's dark brown. Actually, it's an eyeliner, but you know, potato, right? So yeah, that's how I achieved this look. If you guys were interested, so maybe a little close up. I think I could have put like a little base coat to make it a little more like wet looking, but I didn't want it wet. Like I want to go for a dry look. If you know me, you know I do glosses all the time, so we're trying to switch it up for you guys. I'm trying to do something new. Without further ado, let's just hop into this video. As y'all saw in the title, we're gonna be talking about how to make him want you. And I just want to remind you guys, everything I talk about is like experience, what worked for me, what's currently working for me, what I'm still doing to this day. So, you know, take everything I say with a grain of salt. But yeah, again, I'm no expert on anything at all. It's just always going to be my advice, my experiences. So hopefully this helps. So number one, worry about yourself. All right, don't worry about that man. Worry about yourself, because once a man knows that you are not worried about him, you got your own life going on, you could not care less to even talk to him. That's when he gonna want you the most, sis. Okay, and if you don't know, men are backwards. They're completely freaking backwards. Okay, you put too much effort in, you give him too much attention, he just don't want you. So worry about yourself. In the midst of worrying about yourself, take care of yourself. Make sure you have good hygiene. Make sure you smell good. Make sure you look good. Just take care of you. Like, it's not too hard. Focus on how you present yourself, how other people see you. I know a lot of us don't care about other people's opinion, but at the end of the day, like, you should just care how you present yourself to the world. So focus on you, and you don't have to dress up all the time or put on your best outfit. Like, literally, you just have to look like you take care of yourself, like you care about yourself. That is it. And as we all know, be fit, go to the gym, work out, take a walk, read a book, worry about yourself. Okay, mind your own business and he will come crawling your way, trust me. Next, do not always give him the time of day. All right, never let a man know that you are too available, and even if you are, don't let him know. All right, he doesn't have to know that. That's none of his business. So don't be too quick to answer his texts, his calls. Don't answer on the first ring. Maybe miss the call sometimes, and don't be too quick to jump on a text message. You do not have to answer a man within the first 2 minutes that he texts you. Okay, again, you are letting him know that you are available, and we don't want that. Like, as we get into this video, y'all gonna like get the gist of what I'm saying. It's a little, not game playing that you have to do, but like, you just have to be strategical when it comes to men. And even as annoying as that is, and trust me, I'm here with y'all. Like, I do not like games, I don't like strategy, I just want to be myself, take it or leave it. Sometimes it's just what you have to do. Like, men are just backwards. So yeah, don't be too quick to answer his calls, his text messages. Let him wonder what you're doing for a second. Just don't be fiending. Okay, don't be too thirsty. And all this is kind of like building up, like, I guess, anticipation. Maybe that's what I want. Yeah, but you not answering his calls all the time or answering his texts all the time is gonna make him want to talk to you even more, and it's gonna make him realize that, oh, her time is valuable. Like, oh, she's not gonna pick up every time I call, she's not gonna text me every time I text her. So it's like, when you do text him, he's like, oh shoot, like, I must be special today. Yeah, you are special today, and don't forget that. So make sure y'all are not responding so quick. Number 3, do not be too linkable. Like, do not give a man access to you right away. Even if it's someone you like, let him work for it a little bit. You know, if he asks you on a date and maybe you're free the Saturday coming up, you don't have to jump on it right away, because, you know, if he wants to see you that Saturday, chances are he's gonna want to see you the Saturday after, you know, if you're not available. So make something up. Be like, oh, I'm busy on this weekend. Again, we're trying to just let him know, like, your time is valuable and you don't give everyone access to you right away just because, you know, they asked you on a date or whatever the case may be. Even if that's what you want, listen to this, go. Do you. If you want to go, do you. But again, you do not want to give them access to you right off the bat. It's kind of gonna make them think like, oh, I can link up with her whenever, I can meet up with her whenever, she's accessible, she's gonna tell me yes every time I tell her to follow through. And no, I'm not, and that's not what we're doing at all. So pump the brakes and again, let him work for it. If a man wants to see you, he's gonna make that happen. So don't worry about missing one date with him. Next, you always want to have something going for yourself. Okay, make sure you're focusing on school, your education, maybe a job, maybe you have like a hobby, maybe a sport, whatever the case may be. Like, make sure you have something else going on so you genuinely can be busy, you know, so you're really just not sitting around waiting for a man to text you, waiting for a guy to take you on a date. And you know, when those times comes, like, you're gonna have things to talk about because you're generally a person who is busy, who has, you know, a lot on her plate. I'm not saying you have to wear yourself down doing this, that, and a third, and, you know, barely giving yourself any time off. I'm just saying, make sure you do have stuff going on. Y'all always hear me say this, like, take up activities, make sure you have a good job, make sure your job is treating you well, make sure you are just well taken care of all around. Okay, we're gonna go back to point number 1, take care of you. All these things actually really do attract men because they like to see a girl who's busy, a girl who got things going on, and, you know, a girl who's not just waiting around to speak to them all day. They genuinely are going to be attracted to that, and they're going to be just interested in you overall because you are now an interesting person. Number 5, let him know that you're interested, but you don't need him. You know what I'm saying? So when you do actually talk to him and you're texting, phone calls, you guys see each other in person, whatever, make sure you're really engaging in the conversation. Like, make sure you asking him about his life, his interests, you know, things that he does. Like, really get to know him and make sure it's genuine. And it will be. If it's really someone that you're interested in, the conversation is just going to be genuine. You know, you're going to want to get to know that person. You're going to ask, like, questions with some type of substance. And even after you guys have met for the first time and, you know, you're back home after the day, a few days have gone by, like, don't start getting too excited for him. Don't start getting too thirsty. Do not let him know that you were too excited. I want you to try to keep that same energy you had before you guys, you know, had that first date. Of course, it's going to be hard because after you meet a person and you like them, it is going to be like a little difficult to just contain your feelings. But I'm just saying, don't get too loose with it. Don't now start answering him faster. Now start texting him faster. Still give it some time, okay? Because again, I'm going to keep saying this. Men are backwards. He cannot know that you are too interested, all right? And if at the end of the day, if he is interested in you, he will do what he has to do to make sure you're talking to him, make sure you're seeing him, make sure you're texting back. So you do not have to do too much. Number 6, make sure you're keeping it real with him. Share your opinion. If you don't like something, speak up. All right, you're not there to be a yes man for anybody. Men kind of like girls who challenge them, you know? Of course, we're all gonna like someone who has similar interests as us, but I'm just saying, like, don't agree with everything he says, especially if you don't feel the same way. Like, be a little argumentative sometimes and don't overdo it, but share your opinion. You know, don't be afraid to just speak up. Even if he's done something that you don't like, don't let things slide. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we'll let little things slide with guys, especially if we really like them. We'll let things slide and be like, all right, you know, he won't do it again, or like, he'll be different next time around. Oh, I like him, so that was okay. It wasn't a big deal. Sometimes it is a big deal. And I'm gonna give you an example real quick. There was this guy I was talking to, I think, like, I want to say 2 years ago. We had plans to have like a Christmas night together in his dorm, right? So we both said, you know, we would bring desserts, we would order some food, we were gonna like wear little Christmas outfits. Like, we had the whole shebang going on. And I was even like getting him a Christmas gift. Like, we just had a Christmas night plan. Like, we literally talked about it, y'all, I kid you not, probably like 5 times ahead of the actual night. So tell me why the day comes of like our little Christmas night, the day comes, and first of all, I had on myself, I went to Dollar Tree, you know, I got my decorations, I ordered my little Christmas outfit off Amazon. Y'all already know how that goes. Like, I had my little like I had my little one too. Like, it was cute. So I go to Dollar Tree, I get all my stuff. Even the night that he's coming to pick me up, I even ordered the food for us and I paid. He picked it up though, but you know, I ordered and I paid. So yeah, keep note of that. So when we get to the dorm, guys, I'm unpacking my stuff and he goes, oh, I forgot to pick up my things. How many times did we talk about this? You said you was gonna wear Santa boots. You like, I thought we were on the same page and we were both genuinely excited. So when the day comes and I'm ready and you're not, I really wish I would have, I wish I would have let him have it that night. But I was in the stage of, you know, I really like him, and you know, I told him, I was like, oh, it's okay, it's not a big deal, like I have stuff. But it's like, it was a big deal because you didn't have your stuff, and what's the point of getting so excited with me if you knew you weren't gonna pull through? Like, come on, you could have gone to Dollar Tree, spent $10 and I would have been so happy. But yeah, don't be letting shit slide, y'all, especially again if it's stuff that genuinely makes you upset. Like, don't be afraid to speak up, because even if you don't like what you have to say, you know, a woman who's worth, what is it, some effort is, I think it's a woman who's worth some anger is worth some effort. If that's not the right quote and I just made that up, you better give me my credit, cause but yeah, so I think he'll be okay after a little tiny argument. Like I said, don't go too overboard, too extreme, but just don't let everything slide, especially if something didn't make you happy or something genuinely upset you. Number 7, make sure you acknowledge him. And when I say acknowledge him, make him feel seen, because honestly speaking, most men don't. So when I say make sure you're acknowledging him, if he does something like get a haircut, make sure you're hyping him up, make him feel good about himself. If his outfit looks nice, if he smells good, make sure you're giving him compliments. You know, men need compliments too, y'all. It's not only us. All right, they want to feel good, they want to be told they look good too. So make sure you're genuinely letting him know that he looks good, smell good, you're doing a good job at work. If I don't know, if he had an accomplishment at work or at school, like make sure you're making him feel good, because chances are his homeboys or his family, like, they're not doing that for him. And you know, as his girl or his potential girl, whatever the case may be, like, that's your job. So make sure you're making that man feel good, okay? Don't hype him up, because we can't get him too excited out here, because y'all know they act up when they get excited. But make sure that man feel good around you, because if he feels good around you and if you complimented him, making him happy, making him smile, making him blush, then chances are he's gonna consistently want to be around you, and that's what we want, right? Right. Number 8, be yourself. Okay, be yourself. Now this might be something that a lot of y'all probably think I don't have to explain, but sometimes when we like guys, we just go out of our way to impress them, or like just do too much, or you know, make it seem like we're someone we're not. That's gonna bite you in the ass, because no one can put up a facade forever. So be yourself. If he doesn't like you, the way you act, the way you talk, you know, your opinions, whatever the case may be, next. It's better to know that he doesn't like you as you than, you know, pretend to be somebody else and let him fall in love with the person you're pretending to be, right? So make sure you're always being yourself, always just being as authentic as you can. And definitely make sure you're comfortable around him. You know, there's no point in actually pursuing someone if you're not comfortable around him, if you're not putting in the effort to be comfortable around him or make him feel comfortable around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to just be open and actually try to build a connection with people. There might be things like that you don't want him to see about you yet, and I'm not saying, you know, put your cards out on a table, you know, let him in with every little thing, but like, just try to not be judgmental, you know. And if you're not a judgmental person, that's gonna kind of make him open up to you more, because then he's gonna feel like, oh, I can be cool around her, I can be myself around her, you know, she doesn't judge me, she doesn't make me feel awkward. Like, just take a chill pill, all right, breathe, and remember to be yourself all the time. Always remember, if you have to ask yourself, will he like me? Will he like me after this? Will he like me if I do this? He is not the one. Simple. Okay, you should never have to question yourself as to whether someone is gonna like you. If that is what you're doing, if that's what you feel, and especially if that's what they're making you feel, dead it. Like, they're not the one, so move on. Now, number 9 is a little contradicting in a way. Y'all probably hear this one often too, but be a little mysterious. And when I say that, I mean, again, back to the point I just made, like, don't show all your cards, you know, don't let him in right away. Don't go spilling your life, your secrets, your business. Don't go talking about the past relationships that you've been in, the past men that do you dirty. One of the number one things that will make a man do you dirty is when you share what past men have done to you. Like, he'll listen to you and he'll feel bad for you, but in the end he'll screw you over even worse. So do not overshare. Let him find out more about you as you guys go. That's the whole point of building a relationship and building a bond with somebody, letting them get to know you as you go along. So don't feel like you have to tell him all about you in the first few conversations. Take it easy and, you know, let him earn that. Let him earn to know you. And number 10, guys, very last one after all those very interesting tips, do not overthink it. Don't overthink anything. Again, do not worry about if he's gonna want you, if he wants to talk to you, what he's doing all day. Do not stress it. And if you are stressing it, it's probably not the situation for you. Because at the end of the day, a man who really wants you, a man who really wants to be with you, he's not gonna have you stressing. He's not gonna have you wondering, okay? So if you feel like, you know, you're constantly in a state of the unknown, he is probably just not the one for you, and that is okay. All right, we need to be okay with the fact that sometimes he probably doesn't want us. It is what it is. You might not be everyone's cup of tea, and that's just life. So do not stress a girl. Let men come to you. At the end of the day, they are supposed to do, I don't want to say the chasing, like I'm tired of hearing that word, but they are supposed to be the ones who are pursuing. You know, let a man pursue you and let him put in the effort. Not saying that you don't have to do absolutely anything, but do not go over the top. Don't consistently just throw yourself out there. And always remember that love should be easy. That's honestly my opinion, and that's really what I carry with me within all the relationships I've been in, everybody I've just dated. Like, if it's not easy, especially in the beginning stage, then it's just not for me. If it's not easy in the beginning, then it's only gonna get worse, right? Keep that in mind, guys. Love should be easy. Yes, we have to be a little strategic, but again, if you have to overthink it, if you're stressing about it, if you're just wondering too much, then it's just probably not for you, and that is okay. And that brings us to the end of this video, guys. I really hope these tips were useful and helpful. And I also wanted to say that I see the video of my little story time that I did before this was doing good. So I think next week we're gonna have a story time and like, let's get a little spicy. We're not gonna get too spicy because my auntie be watching me on my channel, but let's do another story time next week, okay? Anyways, I can't wait to talk to you guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Elijah Monique and also TikTok at Elijah Monique. All right, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you guys so much for joining me today. Bye.